Hey YouTube, so today I'm making the second video, which is part 2 of my operation. So today I'm going to talk about what happened at the recovery house. I was supposed to be moved to the recovery house on the 5th of May, but because of the fire on the 2nd, I was moved there at 9 o'clock in the evening. So after I was moved there, they asked me if I could walk, so I said yes. So they walked me to the living room. The guy that was operated with me was walked also to the living room. The two women from British Columbia that were operated that day, then they couldn't walk, so they were wheeled into the dining room. So we waited about an hour to get our room prepared because they were not prepared. So around 10 o'clock, the person was next to me was moved to his room, and after that I was moved to my room. I had two nurses with me, one in front of me, one behind me, one that was holding my bag, my solution bag, and the other one was carrying my urine bag. So I was walked to my room. I had a room, the double bed, kind of like this. So they taped my thing to the side of the window because there were no metal thing to put them on. So it was taped there. They put the phone on my bed because I couldn't reach the phone, and they told me what to do if I needed help. So I went to sleep, and 3 times during the night my thing fell on the floor. Good thing I'm a light sleeper, so I called every time to get them to come and tape it up again. The 3rd time I was really pissed off about it. I wanted to leave it on the floor, but it was giving me medication, so I couldn't do it. So I called again. The nurse had a great idea, I think. She told me I didn't watch her because the light was too bright when she came into the room. So she took a hanger from my closet, put the solution bag to the hole, the hook to the hole of the solution bag, and put it on top of the door, on my closet door. So it was okay. When they came at when the nurse came at 6 in the morning to give me to see how I was and give me pills and stuff, I looked and the solution was still there. And basically I was a prisoner for a whole day in that room. They told me I couldn't move. So I had breakfast in that room. It was good, but I don't know what I ate for breakfast. And 3 times late in the morning, a little bit after dinner, a little bit before supper, somebody came and take my solution bag and my urine bag, and we walked all the way to the corridor, whatever, all the way to the end. Then it came back, and for dinner time, well, the food was good, but there were no tables, so I had to I couldn't really sit on my bed to eat my thing. So the bed, you could rise the front or the top. I rose the top, and I kind of ate my thing like this. So it was really uncomfortable. And that night, I also, I asked to be seated on the chair. There was a chair in my room, so I had to be seated. So I was seated on the chair, but there were no tables, so they had a thing to hold the baggage, so they put my plate on it. It was about as high as my knees, and I was really close to it. I was afraid to kick it. I had a spasm and kick it, but it didn't happen. But again, the food was great. So on Wednesday in the morning, they came and took my solution away, and they told it around 7:45, and then they told me I could eat with everyone downstairs. So I went to eat everyone downstairs. That was the first time all the patients were there. There were something like 8 of us at the dining room table. So it was fun. Later on, after I loved the dinner time over there. So after breakfast, I came back up and they took up my urine bag and they gave me the catheter, which I hate. When I go and pee, when I shut it up, there was something like air coming back. It really hurt. So, and I had that removed on the Sunday. I couldn't wait to get it removed, and there was a thing that I could come home with it. I hope not, but anyway, I didn't come home with it. So the rest of the time until Friday was just spent walking around the recovery house, outside the recovery house. I did meet some friends there. The person who had a room next to me, Simon, downstairs, and also one of the patients from British Columbia talked more than the other, Jessica, and there was Jaden, who was in the same room as me when at the hospital. So we talked quite a bit, and on Friday they removed the bandage from my operation. The mole was still left inside, and on Friday, well, the mole was removed. So a nurse, after it was, I have to talk about Friday. After they removed the bandage, I came into my room and I looked for the first time in my vagina. I loved it right away. It's like, wow. So on Saturday, they removed the mole from my vagina. And that when the dilation started. So a nurse came in to my bedroom and showed me how to, clean the dilators and how much to put on the loop on the dilator, and she told me how to insert it. I tried to insert it, but it was too high, and the nurse go under the catheter, Michel. So did it under the catheter. So of 10 minutes, I had the dilator inside me. The nurse went out, and she told me she'd be back in 10 minutes to tell me that it was over. So in 10 minutes, she came back and took out the dilator. She lubed the other one, and she gave it to me. And now it was 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the nurse came back and told me to remove the thing. So I had my first shower that day. I think I had it the day before. So after that, I had to do a vagina douche thing and then take a shower. So I did that. I had my second dilation at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had to take a sit bath with that one. And at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I had also another dilation. Then I had to take a sit back with that one, and I had another one at 9 o'clock that night, another dilation at 9 o'clock. Then I had the sit back. So that was the thing for the other 2 days. Well, also the Sunday. On the Monday, I was released from the recovery house. So on the Monday, I did only one dilation. Then I had my sister come and drive me home after that. I really like to thank the people at the recovery house. They were great to me. I did have sometimes when I get pain. The thing when I had pain, sometimes I kind of went with it, didn't tell the nurses. I waited too long, and when I waited too long, well, there were more pains. So I don't know, I should have called some time before, because on the night between Tuesday and Thursday, I woke up and I was in some pain, but I waited too long. When I called the nurse, he came and gave me a shot, and he told me that I waited too long. And then on Thursday, we had a thing about, it was the hand washing thing on the May 5th. So they had us sit at a table after dinner time to do some kind of test or something, and we're giving products afterwards. The 2 guys were sitting at the same table as me in the dining room. The 2 women from the British Columbia sat in the living room, and me, I was just bending over the table. So our nurse kind of noticed and asked me if I was in pain. I told her, yeah. I smiled, and she asked me how much pain I was. I told her the number, but she smiled at me. Is it really that number? And another number, which I won't name. She said, yeah, that's mine, yeah. And she asked me how many pills I wanted. So I think I only took one. Yeah, for you, 1 or 2 pills of oxycodone. I only took one. At first I took 2 at the beginning when I had the pain. But I went down to 1, and the 1 was working, so was it. I didn't ask for sleeping pills on the Friday night. I should have, because I woke up in pain, but it didn't call. And I wasn't feeling really good on that Saturday, but I was feeling a little bit better. But after that, I always ask for a sleeping pill when I go to bed at 10:30. Well, I'd go to bed at around 9, but at 10:30 they came and gave us some medication for the night. I always asked for sleeping pill afterwards, and I slept like a baby. So I want to thank everybody at the recovery house. They were great to me, and that's it. I really love my vagina, and I want to thank everybody that helped me out. My doctors, my doctor, my GP, the doctor that operated me, Dr. Broussard, was great. I love my vagina. All the personnel, the nurses, and cleaning lady, and the cook. They were all great people. I love them all. I would have stayed there. They were kind of like family. So I want to thank everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.